overnight, Joe Biden took command with another string of big wins over Bernie Sanders, including the critical state of Michigan, a state that Sanders won 4 years ago. NBC's White House correspondent Peter Alexander has the very latest. Peter, good morning to you.
Hey, Craig, good morning to you. It was another dominant night for Joe Biden, the former vice president, extending his delegate lead with victories in at least 4 of the 6 states that voted Tuesday. The highlight, as you note, Michigan, that Bernie Sanders needed to blunt Biden's momentum, a state that Sanders won by 2 points in 2016, but last night lost by double digits. This morning, Joe Biden in the Democratic driver's seat.
It looks like we're going to have another good night.
Posting a series of big wins from Idaho to Missouri to Mississippi, but none bigger than the night's top delegate prize, Michigan.
We are a step closer to restoring decency, dignity, and honor to the White House. That's our ultimate goal.
Yes. Michigan, a crucial battleground where Bernie Sanders upset Hillary Clinton 4 years ago, and a state Donald Trump ultimately won by fewer than 11,000 votes. Biden again demonstrating his dominance among African-American voters. In Mississippi, more than 8 in 10 backing him over Sanders. The clear priority for Democrats, defeating President Trump. A majority of voters saying it's more important to pick a candidate they believe can win this fall over one who agrees with their opinions on major issues. Biden, with his eye on the general election, appealing to Sanders and his supporters.
I want to thank Bernie Sanders and his supporters for their tireless energy and their passion. We share a common goal, and together we'll defeat Donald Trump.
Biden also picking up an endorsement from Andrew Yang overnight, adding to a string of endorsements from his former rivals.
The math says Joe is our prohibitive nominee. We need to bring the party together. We need to start working on defeating Donald Trump in the fall.
Last night's results coming just hours after this heated exchange went viral. Biden face-to-face with a Detroit auto worker on the issue of guns.
You are actively trying to diminish your Second Amendment right to take away our guns.
You're for Now, shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment. I'm not taking your gun away at all. You need 100 rounds?
The former VP who supports banning so-called assault weapons, not holding back.
Take your AR-14s and what?
Okay, this is not okay.
Hold on.
Right?
Hey, let's get moving. There's a lot of guys wanting this.
I'm not worried.
Thanks so much.
Give me a break.
Don't be such a worry.
As for last night, Sanders did not speak like Biden canceling a rally amid coronavirus concerns. The map just gets better for Biden, with voters next Tuesday casting their ballots in states that will be crucial this fall, like Arizona, Florida, Ohio as well. And this morning, pressure among some top Democratic voices is building for Sanders to bow out. Savannah, Craig, and Hoda.
All right, Peter, thank you. We're joined now by NBC News political analyst, former Democratic Senator of Missouri, Claire McCaskill. Good morning to you. Good to see you. So we see what happened last night. This is a crushing disappointment for the Sanders campaign. Is there that pressure for him to concede? Are Democratic voters saying, okay, it's time to wrap this up?
I think the voters are saying that. I mean, this was a dominant performance. Joe Biden won every county in Michigan. He won back a lot of white voters in states like mine, in Missouri. He won every county in Michigan and Mississippi and Missouri, every county.
And Sanders had poured resources into Michigan in particular,
Absolutely.
having won there in 2016 and come very close in Missouri. And when you peer inside those numbers, what did the demographics tell us about where this race is headed?
It says that Joe Biden is really consolidating the Democratic Party right now. Listen, I don't think anybody should tell Bernie to quit running, but the math is unforgivable. And Bernie is going to have to do a gut check at some point, maybe after next week, and say, if the goal is to defeat Donald Trump, it's time for us to unify the party.
Well, is there a realistic path to the nomination for Sanders anymore after last night's results?
What people don't understand about the way these primaries work is margins matter. If you dominate a state, you get rewarded for it. That's how you gain delegates. For example, in Washington state, where Bernie really needs to pull out a victory, they're tied right now. Even if he wins, he's not going to get a lot of delegates out of it in terms of Biden also getting the same number of delegates.
And then you have like a Mississippi where Biden absolutely crushed it.
Exactly. And those are the states that are coming now for Biden. Georgia and Florida, where he is going to run up the numbers and therefore even gain on Bernie in terms of delegate count.
But if we have learned anything in this race, Senator McCaskill, it's that things can change on a dime in politics. And now we have the specter of a debate, a face-off, finally a one-on-one meeting a Sunday night between Sanders and Biden.
I think most Democrats know how that debate is going to go.
Sanders is a good debater.
We've seen Sanders debate over and over again. We've seen Biden debate. But that's not his strength. But the other thing that's entering this race now is coronavirus. And voters want safety. They really want right now somebody who's reassuring. And I thought what Biden did last night in his speech was demonstrate to the country, I can be that stable, reassuring voice at a time when you're worried.
All right, we'll continue to watch it develop with you. Thank you so much, Senator McCaskill. Appreciate it.